All right, guys, we're gonna do a narration. Uh, Trying to see if I want to call this. Yeah, we'll go ahead and call this "Stolen Inheritance" Part 6. We'll call it the Mother Files or some shit. But we're basically gonna listen. We're gonna listen to. I'm gonna narrate a situation about an old bitter woman who's evil enough to steal her child's money their whole life, and then try to go for the play the long game to get the big, the big stuff. Steal the child's trust fund. Of course, the child didn't even know they had it. There's a lot of questions that's surrounded around this stuff. But the bottom line is they went for the whole pie, and now, well, she hasn't been able to sleep in years, guys. It didn't just happen. She's been under punishment for years. I've watched her basically break down. All this just to steal something from somebody. But imagine that, guy. Imagine if your own mother, not only your, I mean, it's one thing, family. Cousins can be evil, uncles can be evil. We know all that. But think about your own mother that wants to take your destiny from you, that don't want you to have nothing, don't want you to have wife, children, nothing. Imagine having a mother that's deluded and delusional, and just that wicked. Most people can't conceive of something like, I can't even conceive of anything like this. Why a mother will want her child to be in lack? I don't understand it. Uh, all I can think about is I hope when I have a family, I hope I don't get a evil wife like that. I mean, what can I say? It's evil. I mean, if you're a guy, your mother's supposed to be there to protect you. She's supposed to want the best. She's supposed to be the main one because you have so many enemies in the world. Your mother's supposed to be the one that, I want my son to be shit. Like, it should be that kind of energy, not I don't want my son to be shit. And then go tell other people and join other people in that I don't want my son to be nothing. I mean, can y'all imagine something like that? It's sick and twisted. And nothing but hellfire is waiting for any mothers that's doing stuff like that to their children. It don't make no sense. It just don't make no sense. I don't care if a woman has a vendetta against a child's father. Taking stuff out on children, man, there's a big punishment for that. Let's go ahead and play the narration, guys. Y'all already know 15 minutes and I'm done. Let's play it.
Welcome the anointed ones. Hell hath no fury like a bitter woman watching someone live the life she never had the guts to fight for. Let that simmer for a second, because behind some of the deepest shade thrown at you isn't just jealousy. It's grief in disguise. Here's the truth. Bitterness ages faster than time, and nothing accelerates it more than watching someone younger, more healed, more whole, walk around effortlessly glowing with the freedom she never tasted. And in this case, that someone is you. And the one fuming in silence, an older woman who cannot stand the sight of your liberation. Psychologists call it displaced resentment. Spiritually, it's inherited warfare. But let's be honest. Sometimes it just looks like a church mother with a nasty scowl, side eyes sharper than a ninja star, and a Bible she only opens when it's time.
Ooh wee! They call it the Raven, and that raven in her eyes, boy. Oh my God, did I see it growing up? It's like when somebody turns their head away and they have a side eye, and it's so freaking evil. I mean, you can't. I can't describe. I can't like pretend on camera what that's like, guys, or how it looks. Anybody that knows when you get a side eye from somebody, it's the most wicked thing that you ever see. Imagine growing up seeing that all your life.
Time to judge somebody under 35. She's not angry because you're wrong. She's angry because you're right. And she never had the courage to be. She sees in you the version of herself she buried under expectation, obedience, and fear. And while you're out here thriving, healing, creating, and glowing without apology, she's stuck in the role she auditioned for decades ago. The martyr in pearls who never truly lived. So what exactly did you do to trigger this silent war? What part of your power has her pacing, praying, and low-key plotting? Buckle up, because today we're diving into four.
Imagine this, guys. You imagine this. Let's say you're a woman, you have a divine child. Instead of saying thank you, God, because that divine child can do all this stuff, can make everybody's life wonderful. Instead of saying thank you, God, for this divine child, you say I hate you, God, and I hate this divine child that you sent me. Imagine that.
Brutally honest reasons why a bitter older woman is furious with you, and none of them are what you'd expect. And no, it's not because you wore ripped jeans to brunch.
It's like I'm Jesus, I'm the fish, right? And she's Mary. Imagine Mary hating Jesus.
Okay, maybe that too. Let's get into it. Number one, you expose that her life was a performance, not a legacy. She's not angry just because you're different. She's angry because you're real. You don't wear masks. You don't perform for people's approval. You don't bend yourself to fit outdated molds just to make others feel comfortable. And that terrifies her because her entire life was built on doing.
That's what a lot of people don't like real people about. They people who conform, people who go along to get along. They don't like people who don't do what they do. It makes them feel less of themselves. I mean, they feel less of themselves on their own, but people project and they reflect and do all this stuff. It's just a mirror on how they feel about themselves. If you're a go along and get along person, and you go around somebody who not a go along get along person, well, naturally you're gonna have something against that person. It just goes along with what I always talk to you guys about. McDowell's, people who eat McDowell's hang around other people. I mean, the human species, it's not hard to figure out, man. Uh, they hang around other people who do what they do. You see, that's why I say I isolated myself because that's to me that's like an animal. That's like damn near next to a orangutan or something, where you can only function inside of a group think. That's like an animal. That's not even like humane to me. Animals, you call them herds. They do the same thing. Hyenas and shit.
Exactly that. Performing. She's played the strong woman, the respectful daughter, the long suffering wife, the spiritual leader, the self sacrificing mother, but deep down, she resents every role she was forced to play. You, on the other hand, walk in the world unmasked, and that feels like an insult to everything she endured in silence. Your authenticity disrupts her illusions. She spent years convincing herself that suppression was
My authenticity disrupts a lot of people's illusions. That's why I should be working with the FBI.
strength, that silence was virtue, that staying in toxic situations made her noble. But when she sees you setting boundaries, speaking your truth, choosing peace over performance, it hits her in a way she can't admit. It makes her question her own decisions. It shakes the foundation of her identity. Because if you can be loved, respected, and whole without sacrificing yourself, then what was all her pain for? And here's what makes it worse. You didn't even try to prove a point. You weren't trying to be a role model, a rebel, or a threat. You were just being yourself.
Guys, I really wanna tell you guys how much there are women who know me who absolutely adore me. I'm not missing no love from no women, guys. All this stuff about people stopping love, guys. If I wanted to have a girlfriend and be loved, I could have that. But I cannot live. I don't like this mundane, simple life. The whole thing of getting a girlfriend and then staying in some place and surviving and having survive. I'm not. I can't live like that. But I just want to make that clear that guys, if I wanted to be dating women right now, I will be loved by this woman more than I've ever received love by women. So that's not the issue with me.
That's what really stings. It's effortless for you, but it would take everything for her to live like that. Because she's so entangled in the expectations, obligations, and false identities that she no longer knows who she truly is underneath it
Mm-hmm.
all. She
Mm-hmm.
envies the peace you carry, the way people are drawn to you without you having to demand respect. She sees how your authenticity builds trust, how your transparency heals others, how your presence shakes rooms, and it makes her feel invisible, forgotten, passed over. Not because you disrespected her, but because you revealed that a different way was always possible. And she never chose it. She's furious with you because you're living proof that freedom exists, and she never claimed it. Number two,
What do they call a male that just pleases his mother? They call him a mama's boy, right? And let me tell y'all something. You got these women out here that have actually married mama's boys. Like you start dating a man and you think that his respect for his mother. Man, think about all the women who dated a guy because she thought he was a good guy because he respected his mother, only to find out years later that she actually really don't like this motherfucker because he's such a mama's boy. He listened to everything his little mother tell him. Oh my God, that's got to be so disgusting when a woman wakes up and realizes that her husband ain't nothing but a little mama's boy. Oh my God, that's horrific.
You refused to inherit her wounds and wear them like jewelry. She didn't just want you to accept her pain. She wanted you to inherit it like a family heir.
That's why I said, man, all this stuff about people taking stuff from me is sometimes you got a lot of people out there who say getting married when you older is better anyway. Like if I get married to a woman, I guess like I hate to be cruel, but it's like it'd probably be better for me if her parents are not around anymore. I mean, because these emotional attachments that people have to their bloodlines and bloodline curses and all that, it's not a good idea to get married. At least not for me in my early stages, because you're dealing with too much bullshit from their bloodline. Bloodline being jealous of you and all this type of stuff. Because if you marry a woman and you treat her good, most women don't know that her family is. If I get with a woman, she is unaware. Like okay, we fall in love. I'm a wonderful husband. We love each other's company, all that. But especially me being a chosen one, if a woman gets with me, she has no idea how her family would start acting all crazy. And she wouldn't understand it. She'd be like, isn't this the guy that you guys supposed to, root for me that I have? No, they won't root for you. They'll be jealous of you. And they wouldn't mind their business. They'll be coming to our house unannounced. And this is one of the reasons that keep me out of interracial relationships too. Now, the reason it'll be easier for me to date a so-called white woman is because us whites and blacks, we've been together in America for a very long time. We're really not socially that different. It's really just our I guess you could say our habits. But so on a social level, white and black people in America are really, really not that much different. Okay, so one listens to rap, the other one listens to rock and roll. It's really not that much difference. But when you start talking about these other ethnic races, like me dating them, oh, I love Indian women and Hispanic women. Yeah, I like all that, but they have no clue that if they got with me, especially since I'm a chosen one, oh boy, there will be some issues with their parents. I guarantee you. We're gonna go ahead and close this out, guys.
She expected you to carry it with pride, to treat it like it was sacred. She wanted you to adopt her bitterness, her survival tactics, her distrust of men, her silence, her fear of taking up space. That was her.
Imagine me getting married, and this woman got to come around my mother, who's bitter and cold. Can you imagine that? I mean, if getting married to a woman is, I mean, it's supposed to be nice. It ain't supposed to be fucking misery, man. I mean, like seriously.
Idea of love, passing down pain and calling it protection. But you didn't do that. You saw the dysfunction for what it was and made a decision that she.
I just want to say one more thing. Think about it, guys. They actually think they isolate. I'm so sick of hearing it. Ain't nobody isolate. I got more women that like me now, guys, more than I ever have my own life. The only difference is I'm wiser now. I mean, if I was in my 20s and this like many women like actually liked me like this, I wouldn't have know what to do with it. As an older guy now, I look at it and it's just cute to me. Now I don't have to be rushing in trying to date anybody or kissing all up on some woman and stuff like that, man. Because I know what comes behind that. That shit don't last long. It don't last forever.
Ever did. You stopped the cycle. That decision didn't sit right with her because deep down she needed your agreement to validate her suffering. She needed you to repeat the pattern so she could tell herself it wasn't a mistake. It was tradition, but you said no. You questioned everything. You stopped accepting emotional.
We're gonna go ahead and close it out, guys, because we're gonna go ahead and close it out because the point is made. I want to say something kind of left my thought. But yeah, this is why the Bible says what it says about your enemies being people in your household. You know, the Bible is no lie. And Jesus said, in order to go with him, I think over there in the book of Luke, he says, in order to go with him, you gotta first hate your mother, brother, and sister. He said Jesus didn't come to bring peace. He came to bring a sword. To turn what say a father against a son and a son and a mother against her daughter. And I dated women before. Matter of fact, I feel real sorry for women that have a vendetta with their mother. Oh man, that's the worst. And Jesus said this in the Bible. This is what he came to do. He didn't come for peace. Your enemies are going to be in your own household. It's just that my situation is a little more complex because we're dealing with a large amount of money. You know, so my situation is a little more business complex. But I'm the chosen one. I mean, that's why it belongs to me. I know what to do with it. I'm not incompetent. I would do good things with it. I would give back. All that type of stuff. These people are not doing that. They going out buying jewelry, laughing at me behind the scenes, buying cars, going on vacations that they know they don't even they sick of. People look, like I told y'all in the past, they doing all this stuff, but they still worry about me. What does that tell you? Well, obviously, getting money is not the answer, the key to happiness. And when you grow up, and you become an adult, you should know. You should know that by now. You know, I'm glad that I do. You know, beforehand. But we're gonna go ahead and wrap it up, guys, because the point is made, and it's just sad that when you have a parent that's jealous of their own children, that's not good, man, because that child has to learn how to emotionally separate from that parent eventually, regardless if it take 20, 30, 40 years. I mean, you got people out here, guys, they be still talking about what their daddy told them. They be 50 some years old, still hanging off their daddy's word when you're supposed to lead a nest and go out for your own. Just because you was born in a family that's in a certain religion, that don't mean you're supposed to be in that religion, especially if God has a calling on your life. Maybe he don't want you to be in a religion at all. Maybe he don't want you to go to the mosque. Maybe he don't want you to go to church. Maybe he wants you to do something else. Maybe he wants you to be more secular so you can reach a different group of people, stuff like that. But I'm gonna go ahead and wrap it up, guys. But I think the point was made in this. I might do a part two to this. I think we're gonna call this, I don't know, bitter mother files or something like that. I don't know. But anyway, we ran over about 17 minutes right now, so I gotta go, and I'll holler at y'all later. Peace.